Okay, so Bybit, I've never heard of this company before a couple days ago. However, they've suffered the greatest crypto hack of all time, $1.5 billion. My lord, 1.5 billion dollars. And who's at the hands of it? Let's see.
So Bybit, the world's second largest cryptocurrency exchange by trading volume, just got hacked for $1.4 billion. At least that's what the internet is claiming, but that's not the full story. In fact, I would argue that Bybit wasn't actually hacked. So let's get right into what happened,
Oh, they might
how
not
it
have
happened,
actually.
and what this means if you have funds on Bybit or any
Okay,
other.
so he's saying this guy, he's saying uh they most likely weren't even hacked. I don't know how that is, but we're gonna find out, and I'm gonna get some more information in a little bit. So
Exchange
let's
for
check
that
it out.
matter. So here's what we know so far. Every 2 to 3 weeks, Bybit moves crypto from their cold wallet to their hot wallet, depending on how much they need for daily operations like withdrawals.
We were doing a regular cold wallet transfer to our warm wallet. So we typically do this type of transfer every 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, depends on what is the balance that we have in our hot wallet.
Now, to do this, they use a platform called Safe. It's a popular tool that requires multiple people to approve transactions. You could think of it like a group sign off for added security. In this case, 3 signatures were required, and the final one came from Bybit's CEO, Ben Zhao. So when all this took place, Bybit was actually
Okay, so here we go. Here we go. So they didn't get hacked necessarily in the traditional sense of these people hacked Bybit system. No, 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 no. That's not how a lot of hacks are happening today, and people need to wake up to that. A lot of hacks are happening through third-party apps, through transfers just like this, or other mechanisms that allow people to hack certain elements of your network or of a transaction or of anything else that they want to that they're targeting. So they didn't even hack the Bybit system, Bybit system. They hacked one transaction that was going to their basically their mother wallet, or as known as their hot wallet. The hot wallet seems to be the wallet that they use to distribute funds to people who are using their platform in that specific currency, which was Ethereum. So let's continue.
transferring 30,000 ETH or about $80 million to their hot wallet. Ben says he got the transfer link from his team, checked the URL and destination address on the Safe interface, and claims everything looked fine.
I checked on that. I click on the link and checked, and then I checked on the UI.
On the UI, user interface.
The destination address to make sure that it is our warm wallet. We have a procedure to make sure that it is what we saw. So all of that checked out, and the initial transfer that we made was around, I believe, 30,000 ETH.
So he approved the transaction using his
30,000 in Ethereum. I don't know how much that is. We'll look it up in a second. But I don't know if that's the 1.5 billion. It doesn't sound like it, but we'll come back to it. It might be. I don't know. We haven't done the calculations, but so far he's saying that this is a 30,000 coin transaction that they did.
But this is where everything went wrong and where the truth about what really happened is revealed. When it was all said and done, the hacker got away with stealing more than 401,000 ETH, pushing Bybit.
How we go from 30,000 to 401,347, if I said that correctly, Ethereum. Oh my lord. How did that happen? They went from 30,000 to 400,000. 400,000.
This total loss passed $1.4 billion.
Jesus.
The only good news is that this incident was isolated to their Ethereum cold wallet, it didn't affect any other coins. Now, if you're wondering about withdrawals, you can still withdraw your crypto from Bybit. However, once news got out about this hack, everyone went into panic mode.
And see, as an investor, this is how you capitalize. Everybody's in panic mode right now because of a hack, as if hacks don't happen every day. Now, this was the motherlode of crypto hacks. However, hacks happen all the time. And we're going to review a lot of that on this channel. You'll see hacks happening every single day, every single week. A lot of times they don't make the mainstream media, so most people really don't know. but this is what we call an investment opportunity, because when people run away from something, you're supposed to run towards it, and when people are running towards it, you run away from it. That's how a lot of cycles work. And if you know how the cycles work, then you can capitalize. Because right now, Bitcoin wasn't even touched. Their main system wasn't even hacked. However, everybody is in a frenzy right now. Bitcoin is down. A lot of these crypto coins are down right now, all because of this one hack. All because of this one hack. And they didn't even hack their main real system. They only hacked a transaction that got them access to their Ethereum. Their Bitcoin is okay. Their Cilantro, whatever it's called, is okay. Their Dogecoin is okay. All their other coins are okay. Their system, from what we're seeing so far, is okay. It was that one transaction that messed everything up, and they were waiting, baby. They were hungry for this money, and they got it. 1.5 billion. A lot of people are hungry for that, starving, malnourished for that.
And withdrawal requests surge 100 times higher than normal. On top of that, Bybit's system is still running standard security checks on every transaction, causing a massive backlog. So right now, ETH withdrawals are taking several hours to process. So if you are waiting on a withdrawal, it's definitely going to take a while.
So basically, everybody went in a frenzy. Everybody's trying to withdraw at the same time, and it's overloaded their system for a little while. You can still withdraw. However, it's going to take time because they have to move the coin that you're trying to withdraw from whatever wallet they have to their hot wallet or warm wallet, as they seem to be calling it. So it's just like the Great Depression, except it's not going to be a depression, in my opinion. And but it's just the same thing. Once panic ensues, everybody panics. Everybody wants to withdraw it, which then lowers the price of all these other coins. So that's basically what's going on so far.
So you just have to be patient. And if you're trying to reach Bybit's customer support, you're also going to be waiting a while because they have hundreds of people in queue waiting to get help. Now, the big question is, are your funds safe? Well, according to Ben, all the assets on Bybit are backed 1-to-1. So even if everyone rushed over to Bybit right now, tried to withdraw their crypto, you would be able to because they have more than $20 billion in their treasury. I'm not sure if this is true, but I'm sure time will tell. But what really happened? How was this hacker able to steal more than $1 billion?
That's good news, because a lot of times, see, what happened during the Great Depression was everybody tried to withdraw their money at the same time. And if you know anything about banks, they do something called fractional reserve, which means that when you give them $1, that dollar is no longer yours, really. They take that dollar, they multiply it by 2 in most cases, and your dollar that's in your account is a virtual dollar, basically cryptocurrency, but they don't call it that. And then they take your real dollar and they add it to their treasure trove to make more investments, to make more money on the back end. That's how a lot of banks make, well, all banks pretty much make money on loans and fractional reserve, fractional something, whatever it's called. I think I said it right. But anyway, so basically, if these banks are taking your money, they're multiplying it and creating an imaginary dollar. If there's a big panic and everybody wants to withdraw their money at the same time, you're screwed because they have imaginary dollars, whereas this Bybit seems to have real dollars in their reserve, so that if everybody wants to withdraw at the same time, they have enough crypto to give out to everybody, instead of saying, oh, we're out of money, we're out of crypto. Well, how are you out of crypto when I gave you the money for this crypto, and when I want to withdraw it, all of a sudden you don't have it? It's a scam. And that's why a lot of people today don't trust banks. And that's why cryptocurrency is blowing up, because you can't fake the funk.
$1 billion worth of crypto from the world's second largest cryptocurrency exchange. Although not confirmed, it looks like the hacker was able to manipulate the user interface that everyone signed. So even though Ben apparently checked the URL and the destination address, what everyone saw wasn't the real safe multi-sig website. So basically the hacker spoofed the safe website to make it look like the real website, and then replaced the transaction approval with their malicious transaction approval. And this is something that I talk about all the time on this channel, and this is one of the main reasons you don't want to connect your cold wallet to a website and start signing transactions, because if you don't pay attention, you can end up signing a malicious contract approval like this one. But here's the crazy part.
Now, I believe I'm new to cybersecurity, and that's what we're here for. So he's saying that they hacked their user interface, and people who were doing transactions and signing contracts and things of that nature, were not really on their true website. So I believe that will be a case of either cross site forgery, or cross-site scripting. I have to look that up. I should know that. I'm a little embarrassed, but it is what it is. We're new to this, and that's why I made this channel. So basically, they spoofed their original website. That's the hack. That's where cybersecurity comes in. And also with whatever they did on the back end to make Bybit think they were transferring it to the correct wallet. From what I'm seeing, I don't know exactly yet, but we'll get more into it. So they spoofed their original website with the hacker's website. And from what I've read, I haven't revealed it yet. He hasn't revealed it yet, but we're going to go ahead and reveal it. This was done by North Korea. This wasn't, or someone who was hired by North Korea, a North Korean group. North Korea does not have a great economy. They don't really, if you look anywhere in your house, you'll be hard pressed to find anything that was made in North Korea. So, what does North Korea do in order to sustain their warmongering um, regime and their country? What do they do to sustain their country? They do cybersecurity hacks of many different kinds. That's what they have gotten good at. Everybody's focused on Russia, Russia, Russia. North Korea is badass when it comes to this cybersecurity stuff. They have people that they literally take these people, they lock them up and teach them cybersecurity, and that's all they do for the country, for their life, for their job is cybersecurity, and it's state sanctioned. So we have a lot of work to do because these people seem to be really good at what they're doing, and it's happening more frequently. I just read another story about North Korea once again hacking some employers, companies, different companies, acting as if they were looking for jobs when really they were trying to hack these companies. So I mean, it's crazy. They're coming up with all different kinds of methods and different tactics in this cybersecurity crime world, in this hacker world that we now live in. And it's amazing. A lot of people don't know it, but we do because we're going to stay informed, and you came to the right channel.
Part. This whole mess could have been avoided with a little bit of due diligence. According to Ben, straight from his mouth, he was the last signer on the multi-sig.
I saw the
Wow.
transaction. I'm the last signer, so I clicked on. Sign.
Now,
Wow.
to sign this transaction, he used a Ledger cold wallet. The cool thing about Ledger cold wallets is that no matter
Once again, I mean, if you're in cybersecurity, the number one thing we're going to learn is the biggest weakness in cybersecurity is people. And I'm not calling him a weak person. I'm just saying in any cybersecurity system, the weakest element is typically 99.99999.999, like Lysol, going to be people. It's going to be the weakest link. You can have all the firewalls, all the network, all the VPN, everything set up to a T perfectly. All it takes is one person doing one small incorrect move and things go haywire. And I mean, it's amazing. It all came down pretty much. Even though they hacked the website, they spoofed their website, they still needed him, from what I'm seeing and from what we're seeing, to verify this transaction. And since he did, they got the 1.5 billion. Oh my gosh, 1.5 billion dollars. That would be enough to fill up this whole house full of money and then some. Probably a bunch of houses in this neighborhood could be filled up with 1.5 billion dollars. My lord, that's a lot of money.
your computer says, you can always verify the true transaction details on the physical Ledger device.
I use a Ledger as a hardware device for the last signing part.
But here's where he messed up. He straight up admitted that he didn't double check the address on his Ledger wallet.
Wow.
If he did, this whole thing
Would
could
have
been
never
avoided.
happened.
One of the issues with, at least from my experience, with the Ethereum related code wallet transfer is that it doesn't exactly shows the destination. It shows a lot of code. So it's not, so I checked the code, but I didn't check fully.
Bruh. And now I'm already seeing people on Twitter trying to blame.
So that's what I'm saying. So this is his mess up, and I know he feels terrible because this is his company's reputation online. I don't know if he's the owner. I don't know if he's gonna get fired because I mean this is definitely fireable. Definitely, like people, if you work at Walmart and your cash register is off by a couple of dollars, you get fired. So 1.5 billion, he has to be somebody high up in the, well, he has to be high up if he's the last person that verifies a $1.5 billion transaction, he is definitely high up in the company. So I don't know if he's gonna get fired, but I know he's feeling the pain. He's feeling a lot of pain. I've never lost 1.5 billion. I'm sure you haven't either. If you have, I'm sorry for you, but this is terrible.
ledger for this, which makes no sense. This is pure negligence from Bybit CEO. Checking transaction details.
So he's the CEO. That's why he's not going to get. Well, he can still get fired. CEOs get fired all the time, so we can't say that. There's no such thing as job security anymore. These CEOs typically have people to answer to, especially if they're a public company. The shareholders are not happy.
Is literally crypto security 101. And the fact that Bybit relies on Ledger to secure their entire exchange says a lot, but it doesn't matter how secure your wallet is if you don't know how to use it effectively, or if you're just plain lazy and don't use it at all, kind of like Ben did.
Dang,
So
wait a minute.
now?
He called the man lazy. This is a CEO of a company that's holding over 20 billion in crypto, and he's calling him lazy. It's a simple mess up. Now, of course, I mean, he's being real harsh, but I mean, he did mess up, but I wouldn't call the man lazy. He's not lazy. He's obviously the CEO of the company, but he just made a mess up. He wet the bed big time. They need a whole new mattress, pretty much. There ain't no wet in the bed. He set the house on fire, pretty much.
Well, Bybit is pretty much in damage control mode. They're working with the Safe team to try to figure out exactly what happened, whether it was the Safe server that got hacked, or maybe the signers had malicious malware on their devices. They're still trying to figure it out. I was curious though, so I hopped on Safe's website and noticed their services are temporarily paused while they try to sort this out. Bybit is also working with legal representatives.
So we have learned so far that the 1.5 billion, they're saying 1.46, it was 1.5. The Ethereum goes up and down. It could be 2 billion tomorrow or next month. So it was a lot. It was billions, regardless. We're learning that Bybit didn't get hacked. It was really a company called Safe, and I guess I guess they're not safe, which is the ironic part. So Safe got hacked, and they don't know how exactly, and Safe might not even release how they got hacked. These hacks are really embarrassing for companies. So they might tell Bybit how they got hacked, but we might never figure it out unless we do some digging, which we probably will because this is the biggest crypto hack of all time. So I mean, we should probably look into it in a later video. However, today we're just looking at Bybit.
And pleased to track the stolen funds on the blockchain. And if that stolen ETH hits a centralized exchange, it's going to be a lot easier to track down this hacker. As I was recording this video, I just got news who's behind this hack. It's a well-known North Korean hacker group called Lazarus Group. Now, I'm not sure what authorities can do with this information, if anything, so we're just going to have to wait and see.
So is it Arkham? No, it's called Lazarus Group. And that's funny. Here in Ohio, the Lazarus, we used to have a big company called Lazarus. It was kind of like Schottenstein or Macy's. It was a clothing store, and we still have the Lazarus Center, I believe, where you could do concerts. But it's funny they named their hacker group Lazarus, and it's a North Korean hacker group. Wow.
See how this story progresses. Now, as far as handling the cash flow hit, all of these stolen Ethereum, Bybit secured a bridge loan from their partners. A lot of users were wondering if Bybit is buying back all the ETH that was stolen. They're not. They're borrowing ETH to cover their loss. Because even though their exchange is backed 101, they're specifically short on Ethereum because, well, they just lost 400,000 ETH. So rather than liquidating other assets from their treasury to buy ETH, which could potentially affect the prices of those coins that they would liquidate, they decided to borrow the ETH. That way they can stay true to their 101 backing without affecting their portfolio and the entire crypto market. It's more of a strategic.
Okay, so instead of taking their Bitcoin, their Solano, their Dogecoin, whatever coins they have, they are just going to borrow the coins from another company and pay them so that they don't have to mix up and sell some of their other coins, which will really affect the market because they hold a lot of cryptocurrency. So I believe that's a pretty smart move. Instead of ruining their one-to-one backing, as we just spoke about, they are going to borrow it so that they don't have to liquidate some of their other assets in order to make up for this loss.
strategic move than anything, meant to keep the reserve balanced while dealing with this whole ETH issue separately. The good news is, though, if you're trying to withdraw like Bitcoin, USDT, or any other coins besides Ethereum, then you can do that without any issues. But this whole ordeal just proves why keeping your crypto on an exchange is a terrible idea. I say it all the time. A lot of you still don't believe me when I say, hey, you need to get your crypto off an exchange and into a cold wallet.
Yeah.
But even a secure cold wallet is not enough. You
Nope.
have to know how to use it effectively. So if you've got crypto sitting on Bybit or any other exchange for that matter, you should probably get it into a cold wallet ASAP. If you don't have a cold wallet, or maybe you need a new one, I'll drop a link to my 2 favorite cold wallets in the description.
All right, and I'm gonna put his video in the description if you guys want to watch it. Give credit to him. His name is Cyber Skrilla. Great video. But like I said, you know, like he said, actually, if you buy cryptocurrency, don't hold it on the crypto exchange, because all it takes is one hack and all your crypto's gone. And it's not, the crypto world is not like the financial world with banks. With banks, you have up to 250,000 guaranteed by the federal government. So if you have a million in your account and they take all of it, they'll give you 250,000 back guaranteed, and you can figure out the rest or whatever. However, with this crypto game, if you get hacked, a lot of times there's nothing you can do. There's nobody to call. They're not going to replace your coins. None of that. So it's great to put your crypto in an off network account or storage, like a USB drive or something that is not linked directly to the exchange that you bought your crypto from. It's very risky. Stay safe. I mean, we're going to get into another video soon about how Bybit refilled their exchange, but that's that for today. So far, this hack is kind of fresh.
It says the SEC ended.
This hack is fresh. It happened 3 days ago on the 21st of February 2025 of this month of this year of our Lord. And I mean, they're going to be buying a lot of well, they're not going to be buying anything. It's going to go straight to the North Korean regime for more nuclear weapons, for more tanks, for more propaganda, for more of the same stuff that North Korea has already been doing, and to more hacks. You know, they're going to use this money to fund more hacks, and hacks are not very expensive. So they have a lot of hacks. They're going to be hacking and hacking and hacking like lumberjacks. So like the video, subscribe, comment with any questions I'll be answering. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any crypto, if this affected you in any way, how much crypto you hold, if you want to tell that. We're going to come back with another video on this. We're going to stay updated on this because this is huge. Have a great day. Night.